Hello and welcome to another video, and today, as you can see, we are playing MotoGP 4 for the PlayStation 2. I thought I'd give the historic challenges a little break today. Obviously, I'm doing quite a lot of them lately, so I thought I'd, just visit an old retro game. I do like to do these from time to time, and it always seems like you guys seem to enjoy it when I go back and have a look at these old MotoGP games, so I thought, why not? MotoGP 4 is one of my favourites. It's probably my second, third favourite MotoGP game, so it's quite far up there. Let's get straight into it. I'm not sure exactly on this save file what we've got, so I'll try and do it arcade, but I'm not sure who I can play as exactly. I think I can only play as myself. I don't think I have any of the riders unlocked, or because you have to sort of buy the riders with the credits. I don't think I have any of them. It doesn't look like it, no. So we'll just have to pick a random bike. I think we'll go with the Yamaha. It's probably the best one to go with. So we'll leave all the assists on because I'm probably not going to be very good. We've got the BGM off. Have a look at what track. Sorry if it stutters a little bit. Obviously, I'm using an emulator to. I'm using the actual disc. Don't worry about that. But my PS2 is packed away, so I'm just using an emulator for this. So apologies if there's any skips or anything like that. So actually, we'll go through the whole kind. So they got South Africa, they got Jerez, Le Mans, Mugello, Catalonia, Assen, the Nelson Piquet circuit. I think we might play that one actually. Saxon Ring, Donington, Brno, Estoril, Motegi, Losail. I think it's this was the first year Losail was on the calendar. Obviously, if you remember infamously, there was the whole Rossi had to start from the back of the grid thing, and same with Biaggi. It was I think they were doing burnouts on the grid or something like that before, so to try and get better starts. Then Sepang, Phillip Island, Valencia, and then that's it. There's then 3 unlockable tracks as well. I think Suzuka is one of them. But anyway, without further ado, we'll head into the race. Nelson Piquet. Well, actually, you get straight into it here. Shows you the grid whilst it's loading. It'd be nice if they did that now. Here we are on the grid now. Hopefully I can remember the controls that I've got binded for this controller. So obviously, like I said, I'm using an emulator. Around the outside of a lot of riders there. Here we go, up into 15th. Oh, the inside diving up the inside. Up into 6th place now. Is that Barros we're behind? Gibernau's trying to get back up the inside. We've gone really wide again. Gone off the track. We're now back down to 8th behind Valentino. Biaggi's leading currently. Up the inside of quite a few of them. Oh, it's turn 5. The crowd love that. But Rossi's back through again. Gibernau's looking at the inside. We're past Rossi. Behind Kenny Jr. We've been hit out of the way by Rossi. Oh, we've just hit Capirossi out of the way as well. It's not been the cleanest start so far, it must be said. Up the inside of Rossi. There we go. Up into 5th place once again. But Rossi's still trying to hold it around the outside. As we come down the straight, Rossi's getting the slipstream on Roberts Jr. Is he going to be able to have an attack on the 2000 World Champion? Up the inside we go. Up the inside of Hayden as well. I think that is there. Oh no, sorry, Hayden's in front of us. That was Barros we just overtook. We have now got Hayden. We're behind Max Biaggi. We just hit Max Biaggi. Look at the inside of Biaggi. We've taken the lead of the race here at the Nelson Piquet circuit it's in Brazil, I think, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. We're going to try and make a bit of a breakaway now. We've got 6/10 lead already. It's only a 2-lap race, of course. We'll probably do a couple of races in this video. Oh, we've gone in really hot though. We've gone onto the grass. It's going to definitely cost us some time. Biaggi's through. The 2 Repsols are through. Rossi's through. Capirossi's through, and Kenny Jr.'s through as well. On the inside of Kenny Jr. on the side of Capirossi. Rossi's trying to get around the side of Hayden. We've passed Hayden. We've passed Rossi as well. Barros is ahead of us now. So final lap of the race. Up the inside of Barros. And we're trying to get the inside of Biaggi. We've retaken the lead away from Max Biaggi. Oh, we've gone into the grass again. I'm sure we did this on the previous lap. Let's go down. Biaggi hits us. He always hits us back off the track. Biaggi looks like he's going to win. Rossi dives at the inside to the last corner. Can we get past Biaggi here on the last corner? Biaggi's got a bit wide. We're at the inside of Biaggi. The crowd goes wild as we exit the last corner then. Are we going to win the Brazilian Grand Prix? Yes, we do. We win. And this is what happens when you win a race. It's pretty good, actually. Do a little celebration. You can move the camera around. I think Nakanos has hit us there as we're doing a stoppie. Yes, probably one of the things I really like about this game. It's just got a lot of charm to it. It's just got a lot of stuff in it that none of the other MotoGP games have, or anything like that. They've got a little celebration. You know, look at that. He's doing a burnout now. It's, you know, extra little things that just make the game what it is. I mean, I know, like I said, I really like this one, so maybe I'm a little bit biased, but this is one of the best MotoGP games in my opinion. Obviously, physics-wise, yeah, they don't stand up today, but in terms of the game, like the actual enjoyment of the gameplay and the little features like this that they have, it's top-notch. But then we won the race then by a tenth of a second ahead of Biaggi in second, Rossi third, Hayden fourth, Barros fifth, Tamada in sixth place there. 7th for Capirossi, 8th for Edwards, 9th for Kenny Jr. So Kenny Jr. really dropped through the order there. Norik Arbe 10th, 11th for Nakano, 12th for Checker, 13th for Hoffman, 14th for Chaus, 15th for Melandri, 16th for Sete Gibernau. Wow, that's a pretty bad result for him. Jeremy Williams in 17th, 18th for John Hopkins, 19th for Troy Bayliss, 20th for Neil Hodgson, and 21st for Shane Byrne. Oh, we actually did it. We completed a challenge there. There is actually challenges. We'll have a look at the challenges actually. And these are the points you get, so you can use to buy different riders once you get when you have a certain amount of credits, you can buy riders. Because I actually went through and basically completed the whole career mode on the PS2 back in the day, so that basically shows you how much I enjoyed the game really. So having a look at the challenges now, and as you can see, there's a mixture of different things. So obviously there's stuff where you just have to beat a certain rider, or like it's just a set challenge that you've got to do. Or then there's ones further down like this, so you've got to finish a race in first position. So there's 125 challenges. Perhaps at some point we could make it a bit of a series trying to go through the MotoGP games to complete the challenges. Because it's a shame they don't really have these anymore. Obviously I know they have the historic challenges that we've been obviously going through lately and completing. But just having like an actual challenges menu like this, where you just have set things to do. I think it's just a nice little feature that I feel like they're missing. I mean, Marso have done them before. MotoGP 08 had a really nice challenge system on that. But then I think that was the last game there was a sort of a system like this, a challenges system. Whereas obviously we've had historic events and things like that, which is always nice to have. But you can have a bit more variation with these kind of things, because obviously a lot of them, especially like, if for example, Challenge 8 here, it's beat Dovizioso as Lorenzo, and this was back in the day when Dovizioso and Lorenzo were in 125. Oh yeah, it does say 125 for Losail. But it just incorporates more to it rather than just set random lap time on random bike and then do the same thing at the same track next than they have now. It's definitely one of the things I do enjoy about this game. So on the grid once again, and this time we are on a Proton, so we're definitely more at the back of the grid. It seems like the game does run a bit slow off the start. That's probably just a thing with the emulation. Perhaps if I was to do a series on this, I would try and maybe do it on the actual PS2, but it's nice to have the higher resolution, it must be said. The bikes look really nice. I might need to maybe toggle the settings so it runs a little better. But Bayliss is really far down the order here. Oh, we've had contact. There's Arbe in front of us as well. Up the inside. Oh, we've just bashed Arbe. Getting on the power. We're still 20th out of 21, so we've not made much progress in this race. Bayliss is having a look on the inside of our teammate. Oh, we've got it way too hot there. Completely misjudged that. Although we haven't really lost anything. We've now gained more positions than we had. Oh! Shane Byrne's on a massive high side. I completely forgot about that. Another one of the features that I loved about this game was that the AI can make mistakes. I know obviously now they can as well, but sometimes the AI will just randomly run into the gravel, or like you've just seen there with Byrne, just high side out of a corner. It's just an extra little element of things. And it doesn't happen too frequently either. But for a game, you know, of its era, that's a really good thing to see. Obviously, like I said, we have that now, but this is 2020 now, and this is from like 2004, this game, but we're cutting on these lots of them. We're up into 6th place. Who's winning the race? Oh, Rossi's winning the race. We're having a look at the inside of Edwards. Oh, the inside of Edwards we go. Oh, Biaggi's doing a bit better this time. Not sorry, Biaggi, Gibernau. Doing a bit better. He was right down the order last time. There's Nicky, the Kentucky kid, in front of us. We're up the inside of him on the Proton. Rossi seems to be holding the pace up a little bit through the last corner. Final lap of the race. It's Rossi versus Biaggi with Gibernau in 3rd, just like the real life 2004 South African GP. Up the inside of all 3 of them up into P1 now then on the Proton. Oh, around the outside goes Rossi. Kenny Sr. is going to be happy that his bike's fighting for the win. into, well, I don't know any of the corner names here, and I've not been counting, so I don't know what turn number that is, but at least we're third, we're ahead of Gibbernow. We've got to try and get Biaggi on the inside of, oh, Biaggi's gone straight on, that's what I mean! These things happen sometimes from time to time. They will go straight on, so Biaggi is out of contention. And now that I think about it, that's probably what happened to Gibbernow in the previous race, it's probably why he was so far down the order. But we just didn't see it. Rossi's left the door open. That's a very un-Rossi thing to do. But it's cut back underneath us. That is a Rossi thing to do. We're racing to the end of the lap here. Obviously, I know I've got the AO on easy before anyone says anything that I'm obviously doing well on the Proton. But it's the Proton versus the Yamaha. Oh! Rossi back up the inside. Here we go. Here we go. Can we get Valet down towards? We're coming to the end of the circuit now. We're running out of opportunities to go through. Up the inside we go. Wrong gear, really. The game it probably should shift me down a few. I would if it was me in control of the gears, but I've got automatic gears on. Oh, we've gone way too wide though. Is that going to allow Rossi to sneak back up the inside? Not quite. As we approach the final corner, then we go in. Are we going to win the race here? In South Africa on a Proton, out the last corner, doing a bit of a wheelie. There's a flagman as well, I didn't even see that in the last race. There's a flagman at the side. And yes, we win the race. We're going to get to see the wheelie, the stoppie, see what just hit Capirossi. So what happened to Sete then? Sete dropped out as well, it seems, because he's not even on the front page. 14th for Gibbernow, so I don't know what happened to Gibbernow. Maybe we'll have a look at him actually on the replay. So Biaggi ended up 18th then, and Byrne was obviously last after his crash. Carlos Checa's right down there with him though, he probably crashed as well. So the replay just wasn't working. I tried to get to work on the theatre. You can you can watch any of the videos you've saved, but unfortunately just wasn't working. I think there's just too many emulation problems. But we can have a look at the shop. You can buy all the riders here. So you can see they're all, I think they're all 500 credits for 125 and 2. Oh no, for 125s to 500, for 250s they are 750, and then they're 1,000 I think for MotoGP. Yeah. So we actually can buy a couple riders here. We've got 3,237. But I won't bother buying any right now. Perhaps it's something we can do at some point. Try and go through and buy all of the riders. Have a look at the garage. I think that's where you can look at anything you own, which we don't own any of the stuff. And history. Oh, okay, that's our stats. So we've raced We've had 4 fastest laps in MotoGP apparently. We've done 30 kilometers in MotoGP, and that's it. We've done 3 races and we've won 3 times. So I did 2 of those in this video, and I must have played 1 race before. Quite how we have 4 fastest laps if we've only done 3 races, I don't know. That doesn't quite add up. Not gonna lie. Last time I checked, you have to be in a race. Number of crashes 1 as well. We've had 1 crash in MotoGP apparently. Skid mark length. They didn't think that one through, did they, when they put that as a star? But we've had a pretty long skid mark there. 3 kilometers, that is. That's 3,304. I'm guessing that must be in total how far I've skidded, because I've not skid 3 kilometers at one time, have I? But I think that's where we'll end the video here. As you can see, it's been a good look down memory lane, and obviously I quite like this game. I know I've been rambling in places, but I just really like this one. Like I said at the beginning, it's one of my favourites. Probably, it's in the top 3 for me. Definitely, it's hard to sort of explain, but I think it's probably one of those things. I played it obviously as a kid, so I'm gonna always like it a bit more. But yeah, that's the end of the video. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you are all staying safe. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next video.